you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Revered as the patrons of the wild, my horn stood tall, announcing my presence among Africa's Big 5. Yet, with all my strength, I struggled to survive. Then Uganda Wildlife Authority gave us something, a safe home at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. And here we began to thrive again. Today, we are 48 members strong, with 17 cows, ready to take our unique story into the future. This is your lifetime opportunity to name a rhino, and with it, find the conservation efforts that keep our story alive. For more information, visit our website, www.ugandawildlifeauthority.org.
My friend Baka was found to be positive for Mpox at his old age. He needs our prayers. By the way, Timo, did you know that Mpox-related deaths occur among people with underlying conditions like HIV/AIDS, diabetes, malnutrition, and other old age-related illnesses?
Of late, I've not been following Mpox issues. I thought it wasn't that serious. So, are you saying that as long as one has any underlying condition and feels unwell, just run to the hospital?
Yes! You do not have to wait. If you have any of the signs and symptoms like a body rash, a fever, headache, and body weakness, visit your nearest health facility immediately. We do not have to take any chances, my brother.
We need to immediately inform our peers in the club to be careful.
You see, with Mpox, the magic is in getting treatment early. Those who have suffered severe disease, they wasted a lot of time either treating themselves or ignoring the disease.
Save your life. Seek treatment early. Only from professional health workers whenever you feel unwell. For more information
About Mpox,
call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health Uganda
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The government's core mandate is to maintain law and order, safeguard citizens' rights, and provide essential public services.
Remember, one of the pillars of a roadmap is innovation and entrepreneurship.
There has been this question of how are you protecting our indigenous seed?
It's going to be a tall project that answers somebody's question.
The Front Bench has brought you insightful discussions on governance, security, healthcare, justice, and commerce.
Why do you go through this complicated procedure, involve the lawyers? You bring the case against him, the judge will hear you out and pass judgment, and you're out of court in record time.
We remain committed to keeping you informed and engaged on key national matters.
So these are huge, these are powerful organizations which now Uganda chairs. Why don't you come together?
If we haven't migrated to the e-card because of various reasons, including that not all the people of Uganda have smartphones.
You can sit in your house, apply for a passport.
If you have a Ugandan who has a successful logistics firm in the US, it means he can come to Uganda and do a lot more.
Every Monday at 8:30 p.m. with me, Jethro Kasaiji, your interface with the government only on your public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvesters in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geographer we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Public broadcaster, UBC, Inspiring Uganda.
In all these years, we emphasize two words, wealth and jobs, and we try to waken our people up to show them where wealth and jobs come from.
The Parish Development Model, PDM, is a bold initiative that is reshaping Uganda's rural economy. By allocating 100 million shillings to each parish annually, PDM empowers households by unlocking opportunities for wealth creation.
This program will be maintained. Each year we send 100 million for the parish. If you get the 1 million, you can buy some goats, you can buy some pigs, you can buy even young cows.
Farmers are transitioning from subsistence farming to commercial agriculture, laying the groundwork for wealth creation and improved livelihoods.
This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency. And that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that Massa business in Soroti, and he was talking about how to improve household income.
With the PDM, you bring back the money after 24 months. But in the third year, you would get another 100 million paid back by those who got first.
The President's message is a mindset changer. Becoming rich does not mean you should have a lot of land, you should have a lot of education, you just need a vision and implement and start from where you are.
So therefore, this PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Two minutes past the top of the hour, that's 8 a.m. this morning. Thank you so much for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Agenda. In case you've just joined, I'm Robert Chirabonyo, but we are always here from 6:30 to kickstart your day. So make it a date with us as we usher you and we break the dust to usher you into a new day full of entertainment, but also knowledge, because we make sure I start your day very informed of what is happening locally and internationally. Now this morning I have the cooperators. I have two gentlemen in the cooperative movement. When I talk about this, of course, you talk about cooperatives, there is one person that always I'm with, and that is none other than Ivan Asimwe, who is the General Secretary, Uganda Cooperative Alliance. Good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, moderator. I'm really very happy to be here, and good morning to all our viewers. Thank you.
And then at the extreme end, I have Nathan Ranga, who is the General Manager, Uganda Housing Cooperative Union. Ranga, good morning.
Good morning, moderator. Thank you for having me, and it is a pleasure being part of this discussion of today. Thank you.
Well, to begin with, Ivan, TV and radio have what we call instant communication. So I don't want to assume that I don't have any new viewer today who could be watching us for the first time, or just to give more on those that have watched us over a time. To get the basis of what we are going to be discussing, what is a cooperative?
Oh, thank you so much, moderator. Good morning, everyone, and always a pleasure to be here. And I want to allow me to begin by appreciating UBC for really giving the cooperators the platform of educating, learning, communicating, training all cooperators outside there. I know millions of cooperators. You know, we have over 18 million cooperators. This is a very big number, including the PDM, Emyoga, these other circles, agriculture, housing, Nasan is here, energy, transport, name them. There are so many. Close to 50,000 registered cooperatives. So giving us that platform, really, it's a very big opportunity. It's a big milestone to the entire cooperative movement. So I want to appreciate the board and the management of UBC. And even the government, because it's government owned, want to really appreciate them. Now, very important question. What is a cooperative? The viewers outside there. A cooperative is an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their socio-economic, cultural needs and aspirations through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise. What do I mean? It's where me, Mr. Chirabo, Mr. Ivani, Mr. Nathan, and the others having an agenda. Either we are farmers, we are journalists, we are soldiers, we are police, we are whichever category of people, having an agenda. How do we come together, take advantage of the available opportunities? You get me? Like you are journalists and you think of establishing a TV station, but one person cannot. But you know, when you come together, combine your skills, your knowledge, and the little resources, you can actually have something. As long as your focus is social, economic, culture, and you have a common bond, something that unites you, then that one is called a cooperative. And a cooperative is inbuilt. You don't need someone to come and tell you, Chirabo, you form and we give. No, that's not. That's why a cooperative is based on an ideology. Either there is a problem you want to solve together, a wild cat has entered this room, and we say, instead of everybody scattering, you say, no, you people come together. Let's combine efforts and we fight the enemy. That's a cooperative. It is within yourselves. Or there is an opportunity, you are coffee farmers, there is a market, and you cannot satisfy the market alone. Then you say, let us come together as coffee farmers, manage our coffee from production up to the market. That's a cooperative. And a cooperative, and a moderator, I still want the viewers to listen to this. A cooperative is based on 7 international cooperative principles. You know, some people ask, what's the difference between a company, an association, a cooperative? Ideally, they are totally different.
Okay, let's
A cooperative is an association, but of legal nature, where people have come together, but based on 7 international cooperative principles. Now, these are, number 1, it's about open membership and voluntary. Nobody will force you, and it's open. Then you talk about democratic member control. You elect your leadership. You have the board, you have the supervisory, you have the vetting committee. Third one is member economic participation. All members must participate. We are cattle keepers. We all agree to bring milk together. Chirabo, if you don't bring milk, you are not a cooperator. Or if tomorrow you side sell to the middleman and yet you belong to a cooperative, then you are not a cooperator. Cooperators will come together and say, all our milk must go through here. Like if you went to Netherlands, Friesland, Campina, their policy is that if you're a member of that direct cooperative, all the milk, you don't even drink the milk from home. You produce all the milk, it goes through the value chain, you go to the supermarket to buy it because you have policies. Then you talk about autonomy and independence. Cooperatives are autonomous and independent. No politics, no religion, no ethnicity. You are all the same, created by God. Then there is cooperative education, training, and information. It's a requirement, and this is what we are doing, and this is why I appreciate UBC. You train, you educate, you inform, and then there is cooperation among cooperatives. Cooperatives are supposed to cooperate. For example, if it is housing, it is supposed to cooperate with the SACCO. They cooperate, they don't compete. And lastly, community concern. And the cooperative is member-owned, member-used, member-controlled, and benefiting members. You see, it's a very unique model that you don't just wake up one day and say, we are forming a SACCO. Principles, values. It is based on those 4 pillars: ownership, control, usage, and benefiting members. That is why a cooperative is not a company. A company is set up by Mr. Chirabo to make profits because you have invested your money there. But a cooperative is formed by members to either solve a problem or take advantage of an opportunity, but the entire membership or community gains instead of one person. That's the difference between capitalism and cooperativism.
Well defined what a cooperative is, and I'm very sure now we are together moving on. Now, let me go to Nathan here. Nathan, when we talk about the Uganda Housing Cooperative Union, please let my viewer know, what is this? We hear housing, then union. What does this do?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. And I want to re-echo to what the GS has said. Really, it gives me much pleasure and joy every time you're on UBC and we are talking about cooperatives. And especially at this time when we are preparing to join the nation and the rest of the cooperators and celebrating the achievements of the cooperative movement. Now, Mr. Moderator and the viewers out there, cooperatives have evolved over time. And gone are the days when people talked about cooperatives and everyone thought about savings and credit cooperative societies, agricultural cooperatives, dairy cooperatives. Cooperatives have diversified. Cooperatives have grown into various sectors. Today we are talking about energy cooperatives, transport cooperatives, and medical cooperatives. And here I am today also talking about housing cooperatives. Now, housing cooperatives, just like any other form of cooperatives, these are cooperatives whose main mandate is ensuring that the members within this setting can access adequate and affordable land and housing. As for the Uganda Housing Cooperative Union, we have taken on the mandate of promoting and popularizing housing cooperatives in the country. So, just like GIS has said, you know, housing cooperatives feel new in the ears of Ugandans. Of course, for the cooperators.
I'm still wondering, what exactly do they do? I mean, are you people in real estate that came together? Are you people building for others to, you know?
No, like, of course, for the cooperators who have been moving the movement, they are covered with the housing cooperatives. Possibly, maybe to give you a bit of the context of this housing cooperative model. You see, Uganda for years has been experiencing a growing housing deficit. And according to statistics, UBOS, Uganda currently has a 2.4 million housing unit gap. And of course, the same statistics show that in a family, the household size is 4.4. So meaning that in every family you find around 4 to 5 members. You know, coupled with the other housing deficit, you realize that over 10.5 million Ugandans are finding it challenging to access decent home. And of course, the annual housing demand in Uganda is around 300,000 housing units a year. But the actual production is only 100,000 housing units, leaving a gap of over 200,000. So the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, realized that communities could not access housing on the open market because it is expensive. So government passed the National Housing Policy of 2016, which provides for housing cooperatives as a model and a vehicle for housing delivery. And that is under Policy Statement 12. In this policy, government committed to promoting housing cooperatives in Uganda. And here we are with the housing cooperatives being formed, being registered, and delivering affordable housing. So this model involves communities and members coming up together, register themselves together, start pooling your limited resources in one basket. Use these limited resources, buy land jointly as a cooperative, subdivide this land into planned plots of land, and then with the resources you have collected, use these monies to do house construction. So in other words, you are bridging, first of all, the financing gap, but also you are eliminating the high costs you would have incurred as an individual to buy land and construct housing. Now, you see, housing, when you are talking about housing, still, you know, it is something which is common, and land is common. You know, when you're talking about housing, you can't leave out land. These are very important factors, but they are often very hard to access. And of course, when you're talking about housing, you're talking about a basic need, which everyone must have. You are talking about a human right, but also you are talking about a fundamental driver of dignity, stability, and development. You know, when you don't have a home, when you don't have a house, means you don't have where to belong. So this cooperative housing model was brought up to bridge this gap, and I can say the communities have embraced the cooperative housing model. They have used it to buy land. They are using it to construct housing. Just recently, last year, when we are celebrating the International Day of Cooperatives, together with the UCA, the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, we gave out over 80 land titles to housing cooperatives. This year, come the end of this month, we are giving out 40 plots of land to housing cooperatives. And this is land which members have saved for through housing cooperatives. So that is how we are moving. And I can attest, we have registered tremendous achievements. We are seeing communities moving from slums and going to planned settlements. A typical example is the Kwefako Housing Cooperative Society. Just here, people who used to be in the slums of Chisenyi, occupying planned settlements in Wachiso. We have seen people using housing cooperatives, the tenants using housing cooperatives to become homeowners. We are seeing the landless saving together and acquiring land through housing cooperatives because it is cheaper and it's a mode of also financing.
Well, housing cooperatives, where are you? Where you can save, purchase and build. Now, this brings me back to Ivan. Ivan, we can talk about the various cooperatives. Energy, there's the Wakula Nume, I think that is transport.
True.
Quite a number of them. But in general, as the General Secretary, that is of, because Uganda Cooperative Alliance is the apex body. What are those achievements that you can say these, they could be many, but these are the outstanding achievements we can boast of as we approach celebrating the International Cooperative?
Oh, very much. I want to tell you that cooperatives in this country have registered tremendous achievements. Just like he has mentioned, we visited the Kwefako Cooperative Society. These are ladies who are even up to now, they are market vendors. These are people who are staying in slums. You know that situation, you're in slums, the landlord is chasing you every day, you don't have any accommodation, you are sort of in a wetland, all of that. These women, what they did, they came together, started saving slowly, acquired land, from land, they started the construction. I wish you could go there. It's another city. The way the settlement is organized, the road network, the water, the electricity, everything very organized. Now, before I come to the achievements, just using the housing cooperative model, you go to countries like Canada, go to Sweden, go to Kenya here, our neighbors. There is a very big housing cooperative union, NACHO, the National Housing Cooperative Union of Kenya. It has skyscrapers in Nairobi. You go to South Africa, you go to Turkey, you go, my God. You know, we are naturable. It's about using our brains if we are to liberate ourselves economically. Just imagine, I may not use you as an example, but take an example, someone is paying rent of 800,000 per month.
Yes.
Just in a year, do you know how much you have paid? 9.6 million. Every year. That's how much you are paying to the landlord. In 10 years, you have paid 96 million. If you are lucky that the landlord maintains rent at a constant.
Yeah, but which is not very easy.
Which is not very easy. Assuming you incorporate in the component of increment, you are close to 100 million. Do you know that you can actually go to the bank, you get a mortgage of 10 years, 100 million, you buy a house. Instead of paying the landlord, you come and start paying the loan. In 10 years, who owns the house?
It will be my house.
Just logic. But you find someone who has been renting for the last 20 years. Logic. Now, same story with housing. We are journalists working with UBC. Ivan is in Geyogerere, Chirabe is in Kanyanya, everywhere. Do you know that we can come together as journalists here? We start saving 400 for any money. 2 years, we go and buy land. Very big land, split the plots. We can even do condominium. And then we develop. So that in the next like 5 to 10 years, every member, every staff of UBC will own a house on that piece of land. That is the housing cooperative model. People have used it and they have advanced. Now, away from that, there is a lot that we want to celebrate as a country. A lot is happening in this country. Because, like Nathan mentioned, previously, whenever you would talk about cooperatives, people would immediately run to coffee, cotton, such things. Then of recent, around the 1990s, SACCOs started coming in. Because it was the initiative of Uganda Cooperative Alliance, working with the government in the 1990s, that these SACCOs, first of all, they were registered as village banks, and then from village bank, they came to SACCOs. So, but now they are in all sectors of the economy, like you have mentioned. So, number one, we have a reason to celebrate as a country. And we are celebrating on the 18th of September this month, 2025, at Kororo Independence Grounds. And we are celebrating with our champion, who is the President of the Republic of Uganda. Everybody knows his message is clear. Form SACCOs, form cooperatives, join the cooperatives.
So what is that you're celebrating? Is my interest. I don't want my beloved president to come there and just see people marching around, sees flyers and music, good things. It should come for substance. So what is there that
number one,
the president?
Financial inclusion. Do you know that a study conducted by Finscope in 2023, Uganda now has the percentage is now 81% financial inclusion. Why? And the study is very clear. Financial inclusion rate has increased to 81% because of mobile money and savings and credit cooperative organizations. It's clear. SACCOs. So you can see the contribution of SACCOs.
Are cooperatives.
These are cooperatives. Yes. SACCO is a savings and credit cooperative organization. That is achievement number one, where we have now gone as far as 81% because of SACCOs. That's a contribution, not just to live like that. Talk about value addition. Most of the cooperatives now are into value addition. I usually give an example of Ankole Coffee, Cooperative Union. They aggregate members' coffee, add value, package it very well, export it through fair trade to Europe and other countries. Do you know how much money farmers are getting? You know, it is so interesting. And I want the coffee farmers outside there, stop being cheated by the middlemen. You can imagine a middle, do you know people sell gardens? Gardens, they do not wait even for coffee to be mature
because
to sell.
Of poverty.
Because of poverty.
Children are going back
and
to
it
school,
is the cooperative model that liberates you. Now, how does it work? You are a member of a cooperative, a coffee farmer. Even if you need school fees, now kids will be going back in the next 1 week. And yet you are not harvesting your coffee. You go to your cooperative, they recommend you, you go to a circle, you get advance. And you wait to harvest your coffee and get good money. Now, when you harvest your coffee, still you don't surrender it to the middleman. It goes through the cooperative model. You bring it to the store. There is what they call fast payment. That is farm gate price. They give you the money. Then when they take the coffee outside and the cooperative makes profits or a surplus, still you get some profit, which is like a form of a dividend or a surplus, and that is the second payment. Now, if you are supplying the coffee through fair trade, if a union is supplying like Ankole coffee, there is a third payment which is called the premium payment. Premium payment is like Casimo. Thank you, Chirabo. Thank you, Ivan, for going through the cooperative model, and it's a lot of money. When you hear Casimo, like last year they were giving farmers more than 1 billion shillings. It's a lot of money to farmers. Now, if these farmers were not in cooperatives, then this is the money which is going to capitalists. And you see them erecting arcades in Kampala when the farmers are struggling with poverty. So the model of cooperativism is to empower farmers, empower the smallholders, the small and medium enterprises, so that instead of the money going to one individual, the money goes to many people. So that is an achievement of value addition. You begin with the production, people produce together, they aggregate, they standardize, they add value, they collectively market, and they get more money. That's a very big achievement. We have had housing where people previously were in slum areas, suffering, being chased by landlords every morning and evening. Now they have their own accommodation. That's a very big achievement, like Kwefako and others. And even UCA, we have the same model in Lira, at Gwengabala. The same, people have acquired their own houses and they are comfortable. You know, Chilabo, when you are in your own house, you look up and look at the ceiling. Do you know you are not even bothered about the days going? But when you are renting, I don't know how the month runs, very fast. Then talk about the parents, how circles have supported the parents with the school fees. That's a very big achievement that you don't take for granted. I was a general manager of a circle for 5 years, but I saw it myself, how parents are struggling paying school fees. I will give you one example. By the time I left, we were giving school fees to the tune of around 10 billion in that circle. And just school fees alone, that product. Can I tell you how many people have graduated? Parents have been able to educate their students. Go to the young people.
So those who say the good days of the cooperative movement, that
they are right. They are very right. Now talk about employment. Cooperatives currently are employing 16% of Ugandans.
Ivan. Ivan.
You see the trend. Talk about contribution.
Oh, when we bring in the circles, yes.
Yes, there are many. If I'm talking about close 50,000 registered, there are many. Unions, circles currently are over 20,000.
Okay.
These are big. Do you know there are circles which are bigger than the commercial banks?
The Wazalendo.
Wazalendo's portfolio is now 1.something trillion. And do you know the staff they have? They have over 200 staff.
Okay.
So if we are talking about employment, Mr. Chirabu, you need to go outside there. When you are seated here, you may not know what is happening outside. But cooperatives are employing 16% of Ugandans. Contribution to GDP, 2.63% contribution to GDP. But we are not yet there. We want cooperatives to contribute over 50% to GDP. Now, with all these achievements, there are so many Talk about water and environment cooperatives.
Well, I'll be coming back to you with more achievements. The General Secretary of Uganda Cooperative Alliance seems to have well documented what they will present before His Excellency on the International Day of Cooperatives. Now, I want to go back to Nathan. Yes, he's given the success and the achievements. Now, in the housing sector, what have been your successes? Those achievements we can cling on and say, they are worth His Excellency if he's to turn up, because he's expected to be the guest, in case he makes it, that he would listen to and really say, yes, this is something that government should focus on deeper.
Thank you, Mr. Chiravu. You see, when you are talking about cooperatives, you are not just talking about a community effort. You are talking about a tested tool of national development. Globally, cooperatives have been recognized as sustainable instruments contributing to national development. And now, when you're talking about the housing sector, cooperatives are contributing to the national development policies. I talked about the national housing policy earlier, which recognizes housing cooperatives as models for housing delivery. But this policy and the housing cooperatives as well are well aligned with the sustainable development goals. Take an example, SDG 11, which provides for access for all to safe, adequate and affordable housing. So housing cooperatives are pursuing these goals, and this is in line with the national development programs. Now, Uganda as a country passed the Physical Planning Act, which was amended in 2020. And this act declared Uganda a planning area, meaning that whatever you're going to do, you have to plan. If you are going to do housing construction, you must follow the approved planning procedures. Mr. Chirabo, you know that slums are very common in Uganda. Kampala itself has a number of slums. So the housing cooperatives, through these planned settlements, are eliminating these slums. The GS talked about the number of the numbers we are bragging with as cooperatives. Over 45,000 cooperatives with over 18 million Ugandans. Yes, it is true. The cooperative sector contributes to over 2.6 of the country's GDP, and this is a very big achievement. Now, again, when you go back to the housing sector itself, you see, when you are talking about land and housing, this is a sector which had been left a monopoly of men. You see, through the cooperatives, using Principle 1, which is voluntary and open membership, it has allowed women and the youth to be part of this cooperative movement. And this is a big milestone, a big step towards gender inclusion and gender equity. So the women and the youth out there who could not access housing and land through possibly bequeathing, because you know we live in a patriarchal society where it is only men who take over the wealth of their parents. But through this cooperative, women have been able to join cooperatives, and they have been able to access land and housing. Financial inclusion. Are you aware that less than 5% of Ugandans can access mortgage financing in Uganda? Are you aware that in the rural areas, almost 80% of these people cannot access financing from the conventional market, who are the commercial banks?
Even a big number here in Kampala.
Yes, and now
in urban centers, they can't. You move to a bank, a commercial bank, you want a loan, many will come out without achieving
and
it.
not forgetting the high exorbitant interest rate, which is out of reach for the common man. So the cooperative fraternity has extended financial services to this local person because the requirement, because the cooperatives, the members are the owners of the cooperative, they control the cooperative, they use the cooperative, and they manage this cooperative. So they have been able to have these people, the communities, all the communities, financially included in the sector. But also, in the housing sector, just like I said earlier, land is very expensive. You know, I was in Luwero, and these people were telling me that an acre of land costs 25 million shillings. And the 50 by 100 feet plots of land cost 7 million. So, but you know, very few people can raise 7 million in the village to buy a plot of land. Now, when you are in a cooperative, you see a cooperative has a minimum number of 30 members. So, if an acre of land has 8 plots of 50 by 100, which is the minimum size in terms of, in line with the government approved planning procedures, you would need around 4 acres to accommodate 30 members. But now, if an acre costs 25 million, for the 4 acres you would need 100 million. When you talk about 100 million, you feel that the figure is big, but it's very small if you're in a cooperative. So, the 4 acres can accommodate 30 members at less than the 7 million. Because when you divide 100 million, divide by the 30 members, you find that each member will contribute around approximately 3.4 million. In comparison with the 7 million you would have spent as an individual. Now, this is what we are bringing to the communities out there. It is more affordable, you accessing something as a cooperative than as an individual. And this is helping the communities, these local people, access land and housing, which they wouldn't have acquired as individuals. So,
well, explained. I love the mathematics. 25 million per acre, then 7 million, and when you break it down in the cooperative movement, then that is a done deal. Now we are celebrating the achievements of the cooperatives as we jeer to the International Cooperative Day. Now, Ivan here, I cut you short of the achievements.
Yes.
But still, I won't let you go back to the achievements. Now, it's all not been rosy. Well, let's look at the challenges, because many Ugandans still today, when you talk about cooperatives, the circles have done us good, though a number don't even know that they are a form of cooperatives. Someone will tell you, "Tuli cooperative, tuli circle." You know, and you're like, okay, let's not open a can of worms. But let's look at some of the outstanding challenges.
Okay. Before I go to the challenges, Bwana Moderator, I just want the viewers to see one thing. Can you help me open this bottle for me? Help me. And I want the viewers to see. You open. Why are you using 2 hands, not 1?
Logically, 2 would do better.
That is cooperation. We have finished.
Yeah, I thought I'm opening and taking that content.
That's cooperation.
Okay.
That's the logic. So it means that when you cooperate, you become stronger. You become perfect. And this is what the colonialists hid from us. They hid from us that, and that's why they are promoting capitalism. Capitalism is where you go to a community, you make money at the expense of many people. Majority of people are poor, for you are rich. That's capitalism. But cooperation is this. You get me? You can't open this with 1 hand. You must apply the next, meaning that you must cooperate. In the book of Genesis, in the Bible now,
yes,
when God was creating man, he said, "Let us." Do you remember that statement? Let us create man in our own image. It means he was not alone. And that's why man is on top of everyone. The rest he was doing it alone. But when it came to creation of man, because man is so special, he had to cooperate. So if you want anything good, viewers outside there, you must cooperate. Short of that, forget. When he created Adam, still in the same book, he realized Adam was not happy.
It's not good for
he
man
was
to
alone.
be alone.
He needed to cooperate with some other person. And that was Eve.
Eve.
You get me? Continue with the New Testament. Jesus comes here. He realizes he cannot take the gospel all over the world. He needed to cooperate with 12 people. Are you that Christianity? You're Christian.
Oh,
very good now. But
I'm just waiting to be ordained. So that is how far.
He now realizes that he needs to cooperate with a group of 12 people so that 13 people can spread, teach the word of God. There is in the book of, I think, Exodus, when the Israelites are going back out of captivity, out of slavery, Moses, Joshua, and others, when these people followed them, trying to recapture them, Moses and Joshua had to cooperate in order to defeat the enemies. So the whole thing, what do I mean? The whole thing is that if you want to be perfect, if you want to be excellent, you must cooperate. And for that matter, therefore, as Ugandans, we have cooperated and we have a lot of successes. Like I've mentioned here, there are so many. He has brought in the idea of the young people, the youth and women. I wish you could now see the number of women who are members of cooperatives, because women have been vulnerable for a long time. So for them to be liberated, they had to come together. I've given here so many examples. I will give you just one example. When I was a general manager of a circle, a certain lady, a woman, a very innocent woman, comes to the circle and tells me, manager, I want a loan. I am struggling with the school fees. I have 4 children, but I don't have school fees. How can you help me? I'm a widow. For the last 10 years, I don't have a husband. Said, hey, we are very sorry. So I sent my loans officer the next day to go for assessment. As the loans officer is moving, he passes by a certain stream where they were distilling warrage. This tonto to make warrage. You know tonto? The local brew for Western Uganda, from Matoke. So as he's going, passes by via that stream, and then he says, where is Rosetti's home? He said, people asked, you are going to Rosetti's home? He parked the motorcycle there because he could not climb with a motorcycle. He said, no, but the husband is here. Why are you struggling? The husband is here. Let him, you go with the husband. The loans officer gets shocked. The woman says the husband died 10 years ago.
Yes.
Now, but now the husband is here. What is this? So the husband, you know, these men who drink alcohol. So he says, no, let's go together. So when the wife sees the loans officer followed by the husband, the woman abandons the whole game and says, yes, our visitor, and then he whispers to him, don't mention anything. Because the moment this husband knows that I've gotten money, he will take it all. So in summary, the next day she comes back to office and cries for over 30 minutes and says, I am very sorry I lied to you. But to tell you the truth, in Chinyarwanda, they say, Arafuya hagaze.
Arafuya hagaze.
Yes. What does it mean? You die when you are still there. You are declared dead because you are nothing to your family. You get me? To the extent that your wife goes to the circle to borrow and claims that you are dead when you are alive. Reaching that extent. So fortunately, we said this woman needs support. She brought the brother as a guarantor, no security. I want to tell you a good story. All the 4 children are all graduates. Do you see the biggest achievement? Now, if the circle was not there, one is a doctor, there's an engineer, there's an accountant, there is a lawyer. Very superb. They are there. Every Christmas I go and enjoy with them. So, if the circle wasn't there, these people would be in the villages doing nothing. Yes. So this is a very big achievement. And that is why we are saying we have a reason, only that alone, we have a reason as Ugandans to come and celebrate. And the celebrations will be on the 18th of September 2025 at Kororo Independence Grounds. And we shall have our patron, our champion, His Excellency the President. Chirabo, in a special way, I want to thank His Excellency the President, because he has been very clear. Wherever he goes, every community, look at the parish development model. Some people criticize it because of implementation. That is not the role of a head of state. The head of state is to champion a model. And then it is me and you, Chirabo, the technical people, who are supposed to sit and design a good model using our technical understanding. So he has, why we are celebrating with him is the passion, the love, and the way he has championed the cooperative movement, the parish development model, Myoga, all other circles, everything. And even government, the way they have supported the farmers. Government has implemented a lot of programs aimed at supporting farmers. Take an example of the community agriculture infrastructure improvement program, where farmers were supported with agro-processing facilities. Of recent, we closed the agricultural cluster development project, Ministry of Agriculture. There is a lot that is happening outside there. So, and all of these ones are supporting cooperatives. So we have a reason to celebrate, and most importantly, celebrating with Excellency the President. And I want to assure all Ugandans, the President has confirmed, we shall all come and celebrate. All Ugandans, wherever you are, if you can afford to walk from Chisoro, from Abimu to Namugongo for prayers, which is right, very good thing. You do the same. You start walking. Start walking. We all meet at Kororo. We celebrate with our president. We celebrate our achievements. And then the following, on the 19th of September, we shall have the annual general meeting of the cooperative unions and area cooperative enterprises who are the members of UCA. Then others will walk back, but they will be enjoying. And also, during that event, during the conference, we shall use that opportunity, because you asked about challenges, Mr. Chirabo. There are still some challenges that we feel that should be addressed if we are to really transform this country using a cooperative model. Number one is the issue of the legal lacuna. We still have a legal lacuna, especially on circles. Yes, some gaps within the law, whereby one law says circles should be licensed, should be supervised by Bank of Uganda, the bigger circles. Another law says that is the financial institutions, the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Money Lenders Act 2016. It says circles should be supervised, licensed by Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority. Then another law, Cooperative Societies Act, as amended in 2020, it's now CAP 107, says circles, by the way, come back to the registrar. So that one creates a lacuna. And we are saying, Our Excellency, since we are together, help us to address these gaps. There is still an issue of taxation of circles. We want to appreciate His Excellency. In 2015, 30th of December, we met His Excellency and presented to him our challenges. I was there personally with Father Safari and another person, 3 people. We presented the case that circles were being closed by URA because of tax areas. And I want to really appreciate His Excellency. Immediately he directed Ministry of Finance that all these tax areas should be waived off. And we came back with a letter. So circles, the letter that you have on tax waiver was done by Uganda Cooperative Alliance on the 30th of December 2015. This is what we did. So we have a reason to really appreciate such a person. Then tax exemption in 2017, Still, we moved on with the parliament, together with Ukusku and the other unions. We presented our case to parliament, and the parliament gave SACCOs 10 years tax exemption from 2017 to 2027. However, 2027 is tomorrow. So we are saying, government, given the support that you have given the SACCOs, and especially these young SACCOs, the PDM and the Myoga, which have just been born, don't kill them in their infancy stages. Give them a tax exemption for another 10 years so that they can really grow and be able to transform this economy. Then there is also the issue of agro-processing facilities. Like I've mentioned, the government has supported farmers with agro-processing facilities, but a research done by Ministry of Finance shows that the majority of these facilities are either non-functional or they are partly functional. And so here we are saying, government, let's work together. Let's make sure that these facilities are fully functional. So those are some of the issues that we feel that during that day, as we celebrate, we say, Your Excellency, thank you. And lastly, there is also the issue of cooperative education. It is among the issues that we shall present to His Excellency. Because, Mr. Chirabo, we are saying here, cooperative education in this country started in 1954 at Nsamizi. 1963, government constructed cooperative college at Bukarasa that later went to Chigumba in 1974. And since then, the two colleges are still offering, yes, they are colleges offering certificates and diplomas. But here we are saying government, like looking at our neighbors in Kenya and Tanzania, they all have universities. Moshi University and the Cooperative College, University of Kenya. So can we upgrade these two cooperative colleges into universities or degree awarding institutions? So these are some of the issues that we want to present to His Excellency as we celebrate, such that as cooperators we can really, because we are ready and we are willing and we have the capacity to transform this country socially and economically.
Well, we are seeing some transformation happening, and of course listening to what Ivan alluded to as their achievements. No doubt the cooperative movement is doing great as far as fighting poverty in this country. Now, Nathan, I know the number of cooperatives that have tried to stand and fail. As the Uganda Housing Cooperative Union, what has been your secret to moving this far? When you talk about SACCOs, which is another form, today it's opened up. They invite Ivan Asimu as the chief guest. He's there, they jubilate, the offices. 3 years down the road, they use, where is this SACCO? What the chairman did to us, we can't tell.
Yes, yes. You see, just one thing possibly Ivan has forgotten. And one of among the challenges, I can say one year left out before I got to your question,
please,
is the issue of access to affordable financing. And this is where we are talking about the cooperative bank. And we know that the available financial providers are doing a great job in terms of availing financial services. However, they are not inclusive and they cannot serve all the purposes of our cooperators. So the cooperative bank is one challenge, and we are looking up to establishing this bank to be able to provide affordable financing to our members.
Now, Mr. Chirabo, just a rejoice. Please reminded me, we are launching the cooperative bank that day on the 18th. We are launching, we have formed, everything is ready. We are launching it on the 18th.
Is she going to cut a ribbon?
Yes. We are launching the cooperative. I had forgotten. Thank you, Nathan. So we are launching, so it's no longer a challenge. It is now a solution. We are showing all Ugandans that now we have a cooperative bank.
Okay. Yes, time is running very fast.
So
Nathan,
now,
go through
Mr. Chirabo, you see, one thing I've realized over time is that working in silos is also a death trap. As the Uganda Housing Cooperative Union, we believe in our principles. One, we have that principle of cooperation among cooperatives. But we don't limit it to cooperating with only the cooperators, but also with the external environment. As the union, we work with a number of institutions. We have partnered for over 10 years with support of WIFECT, with the Uganda Cooperative College Chigumba. And these people have been doing a great job in terms of empowering the leaders, training these leaders on how to manage cooperatives, how to lead, how to govern these cooperatives. And this is creating strong leaders, and eventually it has created sustainable housing cooperatives. So when you do the training, going back to the principle of information, training, and education, that principle once applied within the respective cooperatives, it is able to create sustainable and strong cooperatives. Now, the other thing, you know, there are things which attract communities to join cooperatives. As the union, we have gone ahead to tailor services, training services, skilling members of cooperatives, imparting them with skills, and at the end of the day, they are able to use these skills to have a livelihood. For example, we do the skilling in building, we do the skilling in roofing. All these things are related to housing, and you are employing the youth. We have also worked with the Makerere University, who are also providing support under the training of fundis, the mansions. And this is also helping to skill these people, and it's keeping them in the cooperatives because they are seeing the value for being in the cooperatives. And therefore, I can say cooperatives present a powerful, people-centered approach to solving all, most of the problems we have within our communities. And as we head towards the 18th of September, I want to encourage the people out there. Let's join cooperative. These are the only sustainable mechanisms we can use to elevate ourselves, to put ourselves away from the situation we are in, to grow bigger. The cooperators out there, I know you are doing a great job. The ones in savings and credit, continue saving. The ones in housing, continue doing your job. The women and the youth out there, the cooperative movement is open to you. Join cooperatives, build your future. For the larger, wider community, which is not aware of cooperatives, get information about cooperatives, and join a cooperative which is near you. That is the only way you can see progress in terms of pursuing all your needs. So as we celebrate, as we wait to engage the other stakeholders on 18 September, I know we shall not be just celebrating the achievement of cooperatives, but we shall also be trying to recommit ourselves to building stronger, inclusive, and sustainable cooperatives. I want to tell the viewers out there, as one, you are a drop, but together we are an ocean. So let's join cooperatives. Let's achieve whatever we want to achieve.
Well, thank you so much, Nathan Ranga, General Manager, Uganda Housing Cooperative Union. Thank you so much for those words of advice. Join a cooperative. Now, Ivan, I'm just going to be giving you a minute or less, please, for your concluding remark.
I want to call upon all Ugandans to come to Kororo on the 18th of September this year to celebrate as cooperators, to launch our bank. And I want to thank UBC for giving us this platform always. We thank you so much. May God bless everyone.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. Ivan Asimwe, who is the General Secretary, Uganda Cooperative Alliance, and Nathan Ranga, General Manager, Uganda Housing Cooperative Union. Thank you so much for your time. And above all, you are viewer for watching, listening. And we hope if you've not yet a cooperator, please join a cooperative so that you're able to save, grow, and achieve what individually you could have failed. But when you come together, you can. Well, see you in the next hour. We'll be going for a short break, and I'll return with Good Morning Uganda Extra. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select